we go. Hey, this is Dave from HouseBarons.com. My brother Rich and I are taking on the task today of putting in a gutter downspout. It's actually part of, you can see this huge gutter that we've got. It's about 45 feet long, and it's going on the back of this house here, which had little teeny gutters on it, and they just weren't doing the job. So we took those 5-inch gutters off. We're putting on 6-inch gutters, and the 6-inch gutters will then have 2 4x3 downspouts instead of 1 2x3 downspout. So we're getting a whole lot more volume of water out of the gutter, as well as a bigger gutter to begin with. So we're expecting big things. We'll see how it turns out. As you can see on that roof, there's probably 1,200 square feet of roof there. I don't know, probably something like an 8 pitch roof, and it's got a lot of square footage. And when it starts raining, that water's got to go somewhere quick. We had these little 2x3 downspouts, 1 and a 5-inch gutter. Now we're going to a 6-inch gutter with 2 4x3 downspouts. So we're doubling the downspouts in number, and we're doubling the volume. So that's 4 times the outflow of the gutter, and we're going to have 2 downspouts, 1 in each corner. So our whole goal is to get that water out of here as quick as possible. And this yard has had trouble with flooding. We're trying to make a way to get that water shed and away as quick as possible. And so what we've done is ordered up a seamless gutter. It's about 45 feet long, and the only leakage points would be its end caps here. And the guys, before they dropped it, went ahead and gooped it all up with sealant, so there's not going to be any leaking on that for any time soon. So we want to put a hole in there so we can attach our downspouts. We're going to show you how to do that. We want the gutter to come down against this portion of the house. And so we need to measure the center of this to the outside. Now, the way the guys measured and cut the gutter, they went 3/4 of an inch beyond the edge of the shingle to make sure all water that's coming off that shingle falls into the gutter. So we're going to measure just the shingle portion. That's 1.5 inches, and then from here to the center of this board is 9.5. So that's 11. And then they went 3/4 of an inch beyond the shingle, so we'll add the 3/4 of an inch. So that's 11 3/4 is to the center of our hole. From the edge of the gutter, that's where it was. 11 3/4 is the center of our hole. So 11 3/4, that's where we're gonna go. All right, the preferred way of doing it is using a multi-tool like our DeWalt multi-tool. And that was the way I planned to do it, but guess what I forgot at home is the blades. So our choice was go to the store and get more blades, or find another way to do it. And the secret of DIY is always look for the other way that's going to save you the time. And I got another way to do this. So the multi-tool would be your first choice. Second choice is we're going to use this hole guide for the downspout as our guide to cut the hole into the gutter itself. And so it's got flat sides on either end here. And we just lay it right in there. And then we're just going to take the pencil and draw our circle. And that's where our hole's going to be. Now, this is the most tedious way of doing this. We're going to use a drill. Another way you could do this is use a 3.5-inch hole cutting saw blade. I don't have one of those with me either, so now I'm going to use a little drill bit and a drill, and this will do the exact same thing in just a different way. All I'm doing now is taking the drill bit, and I'm just going to drill lots of little holes all the way in the circle. And this aluminum is so soft, it doesn't take much to get through it. And ideally, I want to be halfway on the line, because the line is really the middle of where I want the drill bit to go. All right, being very careful of the sharp edges. There you go. So that was a little painful, but it gets the job done, and really that's all that matters. All right, so now I'm just going to take this cold chisel and take care of those sharp edges. And there we go. All right, now that we got the hole in the bottom of the gutter, we're gonna put sealant on the edges of this all the way around, stick it in the hole, and then 3 screws on either side, and it'll be secure and have a long life in the gutter. Am I going up my ladder? And that's your call. Well, I would think I would.
A half inch for 10 feet.
Yeah.
Over a 40-foot run, it'd be down like 2 feet or something.
All right, so we got our 2 elbows and a connecting piece. And so what you want to do is, this side is kind of pinched together. It's corrugated, so it's a little smaller on that end. And we'll put that on the upper side of the gutters. So it's kind of like if you had a funnel in a bottle. Oops, and that side's corrugated, so you know that's downhill one. So little into big, and then little into, see there's the corrugated side into the big. And we're making basically an S shape, connecting from the gutter to the downspout. There we go. Just like you would a funnel in a bottle, the smaller side goes into the bigger side, and so all the water is still going in this downhill from the gutter downhill. And see how this one is inside this one, and then this one is inside this one. So the water continues to flow. If this were a funnel, the smaller funnel is inside, say the neck of the bottle. So that's the goal. If we did it reversed, now you've got water coming in here and it's going to be leaking out the edges. And so that's why it's important to tuck the upper one inside the lower one all the way. Right, so now the goal is, this takes the water from the gutter down the side of the house, and then we're going to put our downspout extension onto here, and we're almost there. All right, so this is your typical 10-foot downspout. This is only less than 8 feet, so we got to cut some of this. So we're better to leave it too long and too short. I marked it over here. It's about right here. So if I can get it close, let's cut it. All right. Right, so we made our branch from the gutter to the house, and now we want to add the downspout that we just cut. And same thing, this is smaller side goes into the bigger side. Keep all the water in the gutter. And just press the middles in, and then it fits a lot easier. There we go. Okay. And so now we're gonna that right there. Okay. And so we'll put our bracket on the corner of the house like this, and the bottom of our downspout on, and we're golden. We have 2 kinds of screws. These are self-piercing, color-matched gutter screws, and we'll screw these into the gutters, the downspouts themselves, to hold them together, just provide extra security. And these are the screws that we used for the gutter hangers themselves to keep the main gutter up there. That's the only 2 things you need. So I'm going to screw this in, and then I can use these gutter screws and hide them on the back, maybe the back corner, out of sight. The back side. And because they're self-piercing, they go in really well. All right. Hope this video helps. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.